pump the gas up. Okay? Then you're going to start the motor. The next thing you do is you make sure it's got water. You can't start it without water. And have the hour. Okay? Next thing you do, pull the handle out. Pull the handle out like this. You want to see? You got it? Or you want to go around this side?
Oh, let me go around. Probably better. So you pump the gas?
Pump the gas.
How many times? Couple of times?
Just until it's firm.
Okay.
And you pull this out like this, and that'll give you throttle only. See? Throttle only. Prevents a little bit. Okay? You turn the key to the on, it'll chirp. If you want to choke it, you push the key in. That'll actuate the choke. Listen. You hear it? Okay. You start it. You keep your hand on the handle in case it revs right up. Then you just turn the key to start like a car. Get off a little bit. Okay, you warm it up for about 5 to 10 minutes before you go. All right? Make sure it's all the way down before you start out. Once it's warmed up, you can bring the throttle lever back to neutral.
Nice sound.
Okay, push it back in, right? All the way in. Push this little lever up here on the handle. When you push that little lever up in the handle, then you can put it into gear. Either forward, and then you get throttle. You gotta push that little red handle up. Or reverse, and then throttle. And we'll do it here. Neutral. Reverse. That'll shut it off, okay? That's how to start the engine and operate the engine. Now, when you're out in the boat, and you want it to, when you're first starting out, you make sure the engine's trimmed all the way down, all the way. Then you start out, you get up on plane, you're going along, you can increase your speed. If you want to adjust the bow of the boat, you can tilt the engine up with the power trim, okay? A little bit. Don't go too far. If you go too far, you cavitation, okay? All right, but you can get it to the sweet spot where it likes it. And that's going to change with the load. You got 4 people, it's going to be different. You got 1 person, it's going to be different. Okay? That's how you work the power trim. All right? You've got a tachometer right here. You see the tachometer?
Yep.
All right, this is a tachometer. You're not to exceed 5,500 RPM. That's what the motor's rated for. If you go over that,
55?
Mote de caballo. Okay? You'll kill the motor if you go over 55. 5,500 RPM. Not 55 miles an hour. 5,500 RPM.
Okay.
Rotations per minute. Okay? This is the fuel gauge. All right? Your gas tank is full. 25 gallons. You don't put oil in the gas. Okay? The oil goes in the oiler. You see the oiler? Okay. You keep that full. All right? This is your mile per hour. That'll tell you how fast you're going in the water. Okay? This top switch operates the horn. Okay? Second switch operates the light. The first position on the light is the back light. This is the anchor light or docking light. Okay? This is for when you're stationary and you're not moving. All right? When you're out running at night, you pull it all the way to the second position, and then you get the front light and the back light together. You get the running light.
This one.
Yes, the running light. Okay? The bottom switch is the bilge pump. If you get a big wave in, or if your kids are all wet and it's dripping all over the boat, or you're getting water in the boat, you can turn the bilge pump on. Okay? It'll exit all the water out of the boat. Okay?
That's the battery?
That's the battery, yeah. It's got a battery box, all new cables, all new wires, everything's good. That thing under there is a fuel water separator filter. It's called a Raycor filter. Okay? If you get water in your gas somehow, you get some bad gas, or you get water in it, that's going to trap the water. You can remove that like an oil filter and dump it out and screw it back on. That'll take the water and any contamination out of the fuel. You don't have any water in your fuel now, but boats are in the water, and sometimes the water from ambient moisture in the air gets in the gasoline tank, okay? Especially over about a year or two. Every year you unscrew that and you dump it out. When you hear the sound, that's a test, okay? That's the alarm system for the outboard, all right? If you hear that going off constant, it's an overheat problem in the engine. Don't run the engine anymore. You're going to burn them up.
What sound is going to make?
That sound, but constant, okay? It's going to be constant, okay? Now, if that sound comes on like that, but it's intermittent, meaning it just beep, 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 that means that your oil is low. Your two-stroke oil is low in the oil reservoir over there, okay? You have to fill it, all right? You might want to get a funnel and keep it in the boat, because it's hard to fill unless you have a funnel. Other than that, I think that's about it. Yeah, you're all set. That's all we did. And we replaced the steering head, so the steering's very good. And the cable. Everything's nuevo. Nuevo Rancheros.
Huevos rancheros.
Yes. I can't take the boat out for a test run until you get the boat kicked on. I'm not going to get the boat. I haven't got the time to mess with that. The Coast Guard is right across from the launch ramp. All right? When you're trailering the boat, you tilt it all the way up. Okay, you got that? You turn this like this. Okay? You turn the motor to the right, the wheel to the right, and you flip this switch here. You see that? That's a trailering device to protect your, in case your power trim fails, you don't grind your lower unit off, okay? You may or may not have to change the propeller. We're going to have to take it out for a drive and see how it goes. We're looking for 52 to 5,500 RPM, wide open throttle, with just one person in the boat under a normal load, under a normal condition, okay? If we get to 5,500 RPM and we still got a lot of pedal left, we still can get more gas, then we're going to have to change the propeller, okay? On the other hand, if we're not getting to 5,000, we're getting maybe to 42 wide open throttle, we got to change the propeller. We got to go either one way or the other. It's all in the pitch and diameter, okay? And that's how everything, all this whole thing, equates to here. This is the most important piece on the boat for the motor. Everything equates to this, okay? It's got to be the right one for this boat. We don't know until we take them out. If the customer, he want to come at a later date, once he gets registration stickers on the boat, I'll go out for a test drive with him. No problem. Okay? Right now, that's all we can do. All right?
All right.
I'll leave the key in the ignition. Make sure you take it out. Kids tend to start motors and they'll burn up. They get freaked out. They start them and they jump out of the boat and then they run away and then the motor burns up. Okay? When you're not using the boat, disconnect the positive terminal on the battery. Okay? It's just a safety precaution. The positive, the rojo. Just undo it, unscrew it, throw it down. Okay? We'll leave it connected now so you can show it.
How do you open the gas tank?
Yeah, it's just like a car.
All right.
Put the gas in. It's all grounded and bonded, so you don't get any static spark, so you don't blow yourself sky high. This is the gasoline vent. You gotta have a vent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta vent. It's all screwed down, secured, strapped. It's not gonna float around. It's not back there where the kids are gotta breathe it, Next to the battery where you can have a fire, kaboom.
Kaboom.
Don't want no kaboom.
Goodbye the huevos rancheros.
That's it. No más huevos rancheros. Anyway. Anyway, it's all done. So I owe you for a set of lights. You owe me for the balance, and I didn't even figure it all out yet.